And there is the final result. So yes, indeed, I've got another tattoo. Now, to let you know a bit of the story behind this one, I'll show you a wee clip to start off when I initially entered the tattoo studio.
Right, get what you get, let's go. Roll away.
What's that?
What we got? That looks like, what, 38?
Looks like it.
See what you get.
There you go. 38.
Oh,
That's
yes.
quite cool, actually.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that one. Yeah, shark.
Now, to add a bit of further context to that clip, I rolled the dice in order to find out which tattoo I was getting, because this tattoo was a get what you get tattoo, which is exactly as it says in the tin. You literally roll the dice, whatever number you land on, that's the tattoo that you then have to get. Albeit you can roll the dice again for an extra £10 charge, but going by one of my tattoos that I've got currently, everything happens for a reason, I wanted to go with the first dice roll that I got. I got number 38, and that gave me the result that I got. The kind of shark with a, obviously, grey shark and fire going round them. I think I got quite lucky in a way, because it's actually not that bad a design to get for a random dice roll, and I wasn't bad to get. Once again, I've had tattoos, so I'm used to the feeling now. I wanted to just kind of document this wee thing because I didn't want a random tattoo showing up and for there to be no real mention of it on the channel. So there you go, I've got another tattoo. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. Obviously you saw the better picture of it before. I'll pop that up on screen again for you just now. Have your final say on it and let me know down in the comments below. So that was the start of my day, and then I've come home and I knew the Scotland versus Israel tickets were getting wheeled out in noontime today. That was when I was getting this tattoo, so I couldn't buy them straight away. I came back to messages from my dad asking me if I'd bought the tickets yet. I couldn't at the time that they initially came out, so I went straight onto the Scotland website and was held in a queue for about 5 or so minutes, and then got in and bought my tickets. And this is roughly the area that me and my dad will be sitting on the night of the Scotland versus Israel playoff game. As you can see, wearing the Scotland kit right now, and I'm really looking forward to the game. I've said it since the draw was made. I think we can make it through this game. We beat Israel the last time we played them. James Forrest was on fire that night, and I do believe that Scotland are just better than Israel and can make it through to that playoff final. I've said in previous videos as well, when I spoke about the draw when it was first made, that I do think the playoff final draw is far harder because one, we're out of home, and two, it's against a side that will be stronger than us in more ways than Israel will be. So I'm not as looking forward to watching the playoff final. Obviously I will be watching that on the telly when it eventually comes on, but in terms of the Scotland-Israel game, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad I can be there and I'll be able to document it. I'll be vlogging it for you lot, and it will hopefully be a very memorable night at Hampden. And then further news broke to me. I maybe missed the first announcement because I was away getting my tattoo done, but I was here for the second announcement. Andy Ryan has been sent out on loan to Airdrie, and I did start to think whether there was any kudos to this rumour really when Stevie Crawford came out a few days ago and said that he had no recollection of any move that Andy Ryan would be making to Airdrie. He said that he had no chaps on the door from any player, and he was under no knowledge of Andy Ryan potentially leaving the club. And then 2 days later, he's left the club and went on loan to Airdrie in the last 6 months of his Dunfermline contract, where we currently also have Callum Smith out on loan in the last 6 months of his Dunfermline contract. Very confusing, personally. I just don't know what the real reasoning behind it is. Is Andy Ryan just done with the fact that he's never really been able to make it at Dunfermline in terms of first team game time, and he's just gotten sick of it and wants to get out and play regular games? He probably knows he can get that at Airdrie, and he's going into a team that's fighting for promotion. He could get a promotion on his sort of football CV as well, so it's got a lot of good things for him. But for us, it's another body down. We've let out 5 in this window. as time of filming, that may change in the next few hours. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it changes by the weekend. But we've let 5 players out, and another one that departed today was the one that we all feared. Greg Kiltie getting recalled by Kilmarnock. Out of all the loan players that we've had so far, Greg Kiltie was the one that a lot of our fans didn't want to return to his parent club because he's been the most influential out of the loan players we've had. Josh Coley started off alright and then completely tailed off and barely featured for the last few months of his loan spell, especially when he got injured, of course. Harry Cochrane and Anthony McDonald injured for a lot of it and came in the latter stages, but didn't really have a lot of time to prove himself. Harry Cochrane dipped in and out of form and didn't really impress, but Greg Kiltie was pretty much an ever-present in the starting 11 when he was available. It's a darn shame that he's now gone back, because that is a quality player now out of our squad. And Andy Ryan as well, a decent enough player to have around the squad. Obviously, if a player's unhappy at the game time he's getting, Stevie Crawford made clear that he doesn't want those type of players at the club. But we're so light on numbers now. We've got Kevin Nisbet up front, Gary McGill, Lewis McCann as an option, and then what? We've not really got much. And as I said, this could all change by the time I upload this video, or by the time this video even gets out within a day. We could sign a player by the weekend, and I hope we do. Really, fingers crossed, I hope we do, but I don't know if I can really be that optimistic about it. It's just a bit of a shambles at the moment at Dunfermline. We've brought in one player, and that's 18-year-old Ethan Ross from Aberdeen, the left winger, of course, or the forward in a way. I don't know if he can play across other wings as well, but he came on at left wing at the weekend against Ayr United at East End Park. Done okay in the first sort of half an hour, but it's not enough. It just simply isn't enough when we've let go so many players already. Obviously, players getting recalled by their clubs, we don't really have a lot of say in that, but it's very frustrating when so many players have left the club that were part of the first team plans, and now we just don't have numbers. We're going to really struggle if we go into this weekend without any new signings to really have an impact on this game against Morton. Andy Ryan would have been a good option to come off the bench if he was made available in the last few weeks, and again at Morton, because we've seen what he done last time at Capello. He came off the bench and scored what could have been the winning goal for us if we didn't concede a last minute goal against Morton. Let's hope that doesn't happen this weekend. Let's hope it's a Dunfermline win, of course, but I just can't see it. I can't envision us going with this squad now depleted even further than it already was in the attacking areas and getting a positive result at Morton, considering we couldn't get a positive result when we went there last time. Nobody wanted this situation. Nobody wanted us to lose attacking player after attacking player, lose loan players. But it's just becoming a bit of a headache for us fans. We didn't want Andy Ryan going ideally because of the numbers in the squad. We just need numbers up front, because if Nisbet gets injured, that's sort of it for us now. I'm not looking forward to this weekend's game. We've had a poor record away from home so far this season. One of our only 8 points, I believe it is, that we've gotten away from home this season came at Capello, when we should have really picked up all 3. In the situation that we're in now, even if we bring in 1 or 2 players, it sort of remedies it, but I still feel that we're really light on numbers. Fingers crossed, as always, we do. And as we always say, everything happens for a reason. Just some things you wish didn't happen. But that's it for this video, guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. Comment down below your thoughts on this tattoo that I've went and got, and also the Dunfermline stuff, the Scotland game. Did you get tickets for the game, etc, etc. I've spoken about a few things in this video, so just comment down below your thoughts on any of them. Subscribe for more of this type of content, and until the next video, which will be predicted 6 tomorrow, I'll see you then. Cheers, guys.